Hello beautiful people, I'm Raish Phoenix, and in today's video I will be showing you guys how I created this look. I was inspired by the strawberry lemonade makeup trend that happened, I don't know, maybe last year. Honestly, with the way I be moving, it's like I'll get to it when I get to it if I'm interested in something, like interested in a trend. So I finally put this look together. I wanted to do something where I don't know, I was trying to really push a little bit more from the inspo I usually see regarding using pinks and yellows. I played a little bit with using a gold glitter on the liner above the black liner, and then also just using glitter on the outside of the eyeshadow look. I don't know, it's like I'm really trying to do this balance of wearable, but then also like with a little bit of like a little something something, you know? Also with my ginger hair, I wanted to see if I can match my brows to my hair. I ended up using eyeshadow. I mean, it got the job done. It's something different. It's been a while since I've used eyeshadow for my brows to like help shape them. Yeah, today was just like a let me push myself a little bit further. Let me try to do a little something something, you know, to like switch it up. Anyway, I hope you guys like this look, and to see how I created it, keep on watching.
Hello beautiful people, let's get started with today's look. Off camera, I applied e.l.f. Brow Lift Gel. And for the eyes, I used Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime. This is in shade number 2. And I did set it with a translucent setting powder. The palette we're going to be starting off with today is the Be Perfect Carnival XL Pro palette with Stacey Marie, and I'm starting off by picking up the shade Foolish. I'm going to be focusing this on the inner half of my crease. Notice how I'm using a tapping motion because this is such a bright, vivid color. I want to make sure that I really get the most color payoff from it. After that, we're picking up the shade Pep Talk, placing it right next to it, building that shade up, again tapping it on because I really want that color to pack a punch. And for the outer corner of the lid, we're going to be using the shade Funky. Really focusing first on building that shade up and building the shape for it with the tapping motion. And then from there, you'll see how I start to wing it out more. Next, I'm grabbing the shade Fair Play. So this is a highlighter shade that's actually in the palette, but then I noticed at first, I was like, girl, this isn't really going on as well as I would like it to. And I was like, you see me thinking, I'm like, girl, yeah, we gonna need a base. We gonna need a base for that. So I decided to pick up my Laura Mercier eyeshadow stick. This is in the shade Rose Gold, and I'm gonna be applying that to the lid as a base that will really help grip those shimmer shades that I plan to place there. Going back to the shade Fair Play, applying this to the first half of the lid. Next to that, I will be placing the shade Fortune. Going back into the shade Funky, I'm picking the shade up to help diffuse the outer portion and outer corner of that shimmer shade we just placed down. This is going to be one of those like little touches that really helps with blending and transitioning those shades so it doesn't look as harsh as it did initially. Grabbing my LA Girl Jet Setter liner in black, we're going to be doing our wing liner. With Danessa Myricks Color Fix, this is in the shade Starship. So after a while, I do have difficulty with getting the color, like the pigment out of this, so I'm literally taking a sewing needle and like kind of swooshing it around, if you will, and I was like, yep, there it is, that's how I got that color out. So I grabbed that color, I placed it on the back of my hand, and I'm using a really small detailed brush to place that shade on top of the black liner that I had put there previous. So we have like a nice little graphic eyeliner moment happening here. With my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, this is in the shade Medium Deep. I will be using this around the perimeter of this eye look, so because of that base that we had there before, it was leaving a little bit of a white cast. This is the powder I use for my all over face, like when I set it, so this is going to help create a nice transition between those brighter shades and just getting rid of that white cast. With my makeup remover wipe, I'm getting rid of any fallout and then also just cleaning up the outer corner of this eye look. I ain't gonna hold you, I was definitely jamming while I was doing this, so you know, it's 7 p.m. Friday, 95 degrees, I ain't got no... Moving on to my face primer, I'm using Danessa Myricks Beauty Oil first, and then after that I'm putting on Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. Back to jamming, I'm using my e.l.f. What is this called, child? Girl. 16-hour Camo Concealer, this is in the shade Deep Olive. I will be applying it to all the areas of my face that I would like to highlight. With this, because it dries down quickly, I like to apply it in sections, so you'll notice that I'll apply some of it, blend it out, and then I'll go back in and add more product. It's the best way for me to make sure I'm getting the type of coverage that I want, but then also making sure that it's evenly distributed on my face without having like some weird harsh edges because it's dried down before I was able to fully blend it out. You can see I'm using the bottom of the Beauty Blender to really help blend out the outer edge of where I brought it onto the nose. I did color correct and apply my foundation off camera because girl, y'all know how to do that, right? It's also in my previous tutorials if you guys want to see it. From Oma Beauty, I'm grabbing the Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Stick, Duo Stick. This is in shade number 3. What I've been doing with this lately is I apply it to the back of my hand, then I use a small beauty blender to pick it up and apply it to the areas of my nose where I use it. At this point, when I do my makeup, I kind of just focus this shade to help contour my nose, and then around the perimeter of the hairline if I'm wearing a wig, which I usually am. Y'all know I like to switch up my hair or whatever. But other than that, I used to apply it directly onto the skin, but because it's in such small areas, I feel like it just helps with having it applied in a more diffused way with the Beauty Blender as opposed to applying it directly on and blending it out after. So that's why I've been doing it that way as of late. Then after that, I'm applying the rest of the concealer to the nose contour. So this is one of those things where it's just a cleaner blend for me. I'd rather put the shadow down on the nose and then blend out the concealer after. But, you know, of course, just do whatever method works for you, just showing y'all what I do. From LA Girl, I'm grabbing their Soft Matte Cream Blush. This is in the shade Kiss Up. I'm applying it to the back of my hand, then I will use a damp beauty blender and pick that up to apply to the skin. So all my beauty blenders are damp. I always say that, but I know that I kind of missed it a little bit earlier, but my beauty blenders are always damp with water. Grabbing my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, this is in the shade Translucent Honey. I'll be picking up my beauty blender, and again, you can guess it, it's damp, and applying this to all the areas of my face that I have applied my concealer. Now I do also apply it underneath the cheekbones. I haven't really been putting concealer there as much. Sometimes I'll just, girl, I went in a little bit too heavy-handed right there, but I haven't been applying concealer that much to like the chin and the underneath the cheekbones. I've kind of just been using the excess that's left on the beauty blender because I'm just trying to cut steps where I can, y'all. It be adding up. And it's like, I don't need every beat to be a full beat. Like, I just want to look cute today, you know? I just want to look cute. Grabbing the medium deep powder this time, I'm going to be using my powder puff. I like to apply it to the center, rub it together, and then apply it to the face. Like, I invert the fold after this, and then I apply it to the face. You see how I kind of do like this rolling method? I learned this when I went to a TikTok event actually, and they gifted us these products. So I've kind of just picked up that technique since then. Underneath the chin is where I'll use more of a heavier pat, since that's an area where, like, I don't know, like, ain't nobody really looking there like that, and I just want to make sure that that product is really set. But for the face, it kind of helps give it more of like a filter, soft like application. And then for the nose, I'll just use a brush to get more of a precise application. Grabbing my LA Girl matte bronzer, this is in Sunset Glow. I use this specifically for accentuating kind of like where the top of the nose connects to the brow area, if you will, and also the very bottom of the nose. This is just to add like a softer depth, if you will. And then from Colored Rain, I'm grabbing their Naughty Spice bronzer. I just use this around the perimeter of the forehead. I used to apply it underneath the cheekbone, but again, it's like I don't need every look to be cut precise. Like, I just don't need that for every look. So I'm like, you know, this is more so to help with like blending my wig into my face and just a little something, if you will, you know? From Milk Makeup, I'm grabbing their setting spray and applying that to the face, and oh girl, we upgraded. We have a fan to use. So after I apply the setting spray, I'm just going with my fan, still jamming out, listening to music, you know, just letting the setting spray dry down. Just pressing everything into the skin with my beauty blender. Back to the face, I'm grabbing the shade Hall from the Stacey Marie palette. I'm going to be using this in the brows today. You can see that I'm using an angled brush to apply it. I kind of just wanted to experiment with having brows that matched my hair. I mean, it was a cute moment. You know, I'll let you guys see the full look come together. It was a cute moment. It was something different, you know, switch it up on them. And as you can see, I'm just like starting off first with adding hair-like brush strokes, and then from there I'm really trying to carve out the brow and get the shape, but also fill it in with that eyeshadow shade. From LA Girl again, the matte bronzer in Sunset Glow. Grabbing that bottom shade once again and using this on the lower lash line. So this is one of those things where I'm not going to be placing any other eyeshadows, so it's just like a, I don't know, to pull the full look together, if you will, just to add a little something on the lower lid because, or the lower lash line to pull the look together. So this is my ColourPop Honey palette. I promise it is. It's just, girl, that front wiped off, gone, just yellow. Grabbing that middle shade or glitter in Palooza. I'm using this to just apply diffuse on the outer corner of this look. One of those like little cute touches where, you know, we had the graphic glitter liner situation and now we're adding some glitter on the outer corner of the look, you know, just a little something. From Oma Beauty, I'm going to be grabbing their mascara, and then from Libra Lashes, I'm grabbing their lashes in style number 2. Apply that off camera on the highlight. This is Sun Kiss Glow from LA Girl. Applying that to all the areas of my face that I want to highlight. So it's going to be the cheekbones, nose, brow bones. From Milk Cosmetics, I'm grabbing their lip liner. This is in the shade Edible. Moving on to Oma Beauty's lipstick. This is in the shade Feminist. I will be applying that next. Just blotting my lips together to help blend that shade into lip liner and diffuse it a bit more. Last but not least, we're moving on to Sugar Pill. This is their lip gloss in the shade Flicker. And of course, you know, after apply it, gotta blot those lips together. To complete this look, we're going to be grabbing the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip setting spray, applying it to the face. Of course, you know, going in with the fan. Finally, patting everything into the skin with the Beauty Blender. And here is the completed look.
That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bless up, and until next time, sending out much peace, love, and enlightenment. Bye, guys.